Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hotel Orloff here in scenic Rural Retreat, Virginia. It is May the 20-something, 2023, in the year of our Lord. Welcome back to the Hotel Orloff. I'm just going to show you a few cool things. Look at this poster. These, I can unroll this properly. In the 1960s, monsters were one of the biggest things in the world, and Valentine's Day, monster Valentines were made by the Topps Chewing Gum Company, and the artist is Norman Saunders. And of course, Norman Saunders was one of the great artists of the pulps back in the pulp days, in the good old days. And then in the 60s and 70s, he was doing art for bubblegum cards, like the Batman card series in the 60s. And of course, I first discovered him in the early 70s with wacky packages. These Valentine, these were, sold with chewing gum, and you'd get a few Valentine's cards. This is what an uncut sheet might have looked like. Basically, an artist named Smokin' Joe, who is now one of the Garbage Pail Kids artists. He's really into all of this culture, obviously, and he assembled scans of the best scans he could find of every one of these, and then he made some new ones just to fill out the poster. Like this art, that's one that never really existed. That was on a wacky pack. That art was on a wacky package parody of Tang called Fang, and so he made this sheet that looks like an uncut sheet of these. I think they were called Frankenstein Valentine cards, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, this is a wonderful new thing that has come into the Hotel Orloff and will be framed for all the guests here to enjoy. I have a wacky package poster with uncut sheet from when I was a kid that I ordered off the back of the wrapper. You could send off $1 or however much. My mom wrote a check, and I've got that framed upstairs. This will look really good next to that, and I'll show you that here in a moment. And when this artist, Smokin' Joe, that I was introduced to by Kevin Johnson at Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, he recently had him there at his free comic book day a few weeks ago, and Smokin' Joe was signing things. This is a sheet of wacky packages. Now, they look like wacky packages, but they are a little bit more mature. And anyway, this was his audition to work for the Topps company. This is how he got his gig doing the Garbage Pail Kid art. These are just like the wacky packages that you remember from the 70s, but these are a little bit more have more mature themes, like, crackhead. They never would have done a drug reference on a wacky package parody. So anyway, this is another thing that could be framed, and I'll show you where I would put these here in a second. And this is a wonderful print, also done by Smokin' Joe. Look at this. I think Kevin still has some copies of this left at Gotham City Comics if you want to contact him there in Mesa, Arizona. See, it's signed by the artist. He signed all the posters he left behind. And if Kevin is sold out of these posters, Smokin' Joe just lives about 20 minutes away from the store, so he can go and get more of these posters. If you want any of these 3 posters, contact Kevin at Gotham City Comics. And how can you contact him? Well, I've got his refrigerator magnet right here on the refrigerator, so let me get a close-up of his phone number for you. Now, I may do a live stream with him a little bit later. See, that's his phone number. There's a couple that came into a store the other day that have basically Fantastic Four #1 on through the 1960s, and just about one of the best Marvel collections that you've ever seen that the lady inherited from her father. So they brought him in the other day, and they're supposed to bring him in today, the whole collections. So I don't know if it's possible for us to live stream while he's looking through that collection. Probably that wouldn't be right to film the negotiations if he does buy them, because, you know, anyway. But that if he gets them, that'll certainly be something interesting to watch later this afternoon. And I don't like new comics for the most part, but he just posted some new comics coming out tomorrow for New Comic Day on Wednesday. There's a Vampirella, and I don't like this new, what is it, Dynamite? I like the original Warren Vampirella, but this Dynamite cover, there's one cover that I don't know who drew it, but it's outstanding art. And I'll be one of these people that buys a comic just for the cover in this case, because it's a great cover. And for me saying that, that means a lot. So hopefully he's not sold out of that. I just left him a message. Hey, save that, the one, you know, the one with the good cover. And he knows it's the good cover because he used it as his thumbnail on the video. Okay, so I'm clearing off these pinball machines. There's stuff all over them. Okay, so let's start by taking this Smoking Joe stuff upstairs. And then we've got all kinds of stuff we can look at today. Yeah, I just came up with a collage, a video collage for the new television series that I started called Tomb of Terror. Basically an opening credits montage. And I'm setting it to the music of the Japanese TV series Ultra Q, which is what Joe Riley and I, when the Hypnotic Eye show was done in the 90s, I suggested to him, you know, the best theme song possible would be one of the greatest TV show themes ever, the theme to Ultra Q, and he agreed with me. So he put together this great collage with his unparalleled editing skills, and used the Ultra Q theme. Now, Ultra Q was a monster show, kind of like The Outer Limits, in black and white in Japan. And then a lot of the monsters that appeared in the Ultra Q show, later, then they started a TV series, I think the next year, called Ultraman. And a lot of those monsters appeared. Now, it went from a Monster of the Week show to a superhero fighting monsters show. So, the theme to Ultra Q, that's now kind of the Hypnotic Eye theme. Okay, so I'm going into this closet where I keep these posters, because I want to kind of flatten these posters out. They had to be shipped rolled. So let's see if we can do that. Let me set you folks down. Ah, scheiße. I was afraid I'd stop the show, because sometimes when I press on the phone, I accidentally press stop on the recording, and that's what happened. That's why that show a couple episodes back was 11 minutes long, and nobody watches a show that's that short. People want longer shows. I don't think they want shows that are 9 hours long. I did a couple of 9-hour-long broadcasts this weekend, but those were meant to be a telethon, you know. People didn't complain and tell Jerry Lewis, hey, your telethon's too long. But right now, don't worry, my shows aren't going to be much longer than an hour because my phone is so filled with stuff that I can't film anything long anymore. All right, I'm putting posters on top of this poster to flatten it out. So how is your wonderful Tuesday morning? You guys are doing wonderfully, aren't you? Oh, man. Come on, boy, get under that poster. Great entertainment, isn't it? Come on. Well, we've been selling a lot of copies of the Tomb of Terror, and so my wife got on Amazon and ordered a DVD duplicator, and so I'll be able to make DVDs very quickly, and instead of recording them in real time, which is 2 hours, because each episode of Tomb of Terror is a 2-hour-long broadcast. Okay, so I put the poster down underneath, see, so now it's going to get flattened by these posters on top. There's a Mr. Spock kit I got to build. I built it when I was a kid, but man, I forgot what I even have in here. I need to pull some of these games out. Let's see. Oh, here's where I put my Super 8 films. Okay. Sometimes I forget where things are because I'm used to living for many decades in another house, and then I've only been here a year. And okay, this is similar. This poster might go right well with that Frankenstein Valentine poster, but these are like Betty Page and Marilyn Monroe kind of covers from the 50s. So this is just a sheet of that. But let's put this in here as well. Oh, and then this wacky package poster. We'll put that here. So, I'm just trying to flatten these posters out. I've got a bunch of rolled posters that I want to flatten. And, okay. Maybe that'll work. All right. I'm trying to get organized today. Little things like this. And trying to get things put in their proper places. Whoa. So, and here I've got a shoebox I'm filling up with small things. And so, like I've got this, I've got this Neiman Marcus box that's the perfect size to put bubblegum cards in. So look at this. It's Desert Shield, the Desert Shield bubblegum cards. All right. Sometimes I am find these things that are given to me free that are funny. Here's some of these monster hot rod cards. Put those in here as well. What else we got? Here's a modern wacky package making fun of the Monster High dolls. I don't know how old that is. And just a bunch of other cards that'll go into this box. Just assorted cards. And then this homemade wacky package that, let's see, we'll put that and this little spider cover and this mad cover. We'll put them all into this the shoebox over here. Sorry to bring you guys along on just today. I'm just cleaning the house. So, you know, you want to hang out while I'm doing that. I'll show you the wacky package poster I got as a kid. And here. This is the cat's domain. But yeah, see here. This is an uncut sheet of wacky packages. And this was hanging in my childhood bedroom in 3rd and 4th grade, and I had it framed up. Yes, indeed. So, and these are cards from a game, the Howdy Doody game. There's Princess Summer, Fall, Winter, Spring, and there's Howdy Doody himself down here. Right there. How about that? Okay. So, this is a guest bedroom that still needing to get up and hang the Beatles from the ceiling. How does this work? I've forgotten already. Have you stopped working? Press here. I forgot how this guy works. The batteries may have died in this thing.
Just like men? Yes! 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 Don't you forget, I gave you life. I gave you life.
And the cats are wondering, why are you making this noise? We're trying to sleep. I'll shut the lights off for you. Gentlemen, well, so, oh, here's some more, speaking of the artist Smokin' Joe, here's some stickers that he created. He has several different Planet of the Apes stickers that you can obtain from Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona. Let's put these in that other room as well. See, this is the box I'm putting all this stuff in. Alright, so I tend to, little small things like that I tend to put into shoe boxes, and they stack up in the closet, and then, because otherwise there's just little stuff everywhere. Okay. Recording material for the Tomb of Terror. It's a video series. Where did I put my water, man? I thought I set it in the refrigerator. Anyway, the Tomb of Terror is available to you. $20 an episode. There are 15 episodes now. Each one is 2 hours long. And you can send $20 postage paid to PayPal at Kenneth Weinert, KENNETHWEINERT. I was talking to Meyer Greenblatt how I need to put batteries into the Great Garloo and see how he works. That would make for an excellent episode. And batteries into Big Lou. If you'd like to see that, put a comment down below. Let me know. I'll go out and buy some batteries. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, my goodness. So, a lot of you tune in to see comic books. So we'll look at some comic books, ladies and gentlemen. Comic books are one thing that I collect. It's not the only thing. And so, I'm sorry, a little distracted. I'm trying to, I don't remember what I was gonna do. I'm trying to clear these, what is this giant poster here? What is that? Oh, that's Day of the Dead. I'm trying to clear off the pinball machines so I can actually play pinball. Sometimes pinball machines become places where you can lay things down, and then pretty soon the entire glass is covered with stuff. Yeah, this week, those of you that actually go to comic book stores, there is a facsimile is the official term being used for these fake collectible comics that have been coming out. And they're doing, when they gave Iron Man his own standalone comic, Iron Man #1 is the one being reproduced this week from 1968. Okay. This poster, something like that. This here poster, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't really have wonderful art, but it's for the third in the Night of Living Dead series, Day of the Dead, and this one is autographed to me. Here, I'll bring you around. It says, "To Kenneth, sit down or I'll have you shot. The best, Captain Rhodes, Joseph Pilato." Joe Pilato, back in the 80s, right after that movie came out, befriended my friend Tom Ranoni and myself, and we'd come to town for conventions to sign things. I don't remember if he stayed at my friend Tom's house or we just hung out with him a lot. I don't know what's become of him. But I remember hanging out, going to dinner with him, or I don't know where. It's been a lot of decades. Joe Pilato, known as the profane Captain Rhodes, that said a lot of curse words, shocking curse words, in the family film Day of the Dead. Okay. Well, There are more posters here rolled, actually. Do you guys want to look at posters today? What do you want to do? Like you can really answer me. What is this poster? No, not that poster. What is this one? Oh, I think this is my wife's poster. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, what I'm doing, I haven't even shown you. There is this, because of the way the stairs are in this closet, there's this flat thing here, right? And it looks like, I hope it wasn't where bodies were put. I doubt it, when this was a funeral home. But it's just, I think it's just there, just a place where you can set things down. But I decided to put posters flat here because I don't like posters. I used to have all these posters down under a pinball machine in the old house back in the old country. And I don't know, I didn't really want them on the floor. Anyway, it's a poster of Sophia Loren. But it's rolled, so let's get this flattened by putting it under some heavier posters. And that's the... Because I've got all these rolled posters in a sticking up out of a trash can, and that trash can could actually be used as a trash can, even though it's highly collectible. If I can just do this. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while. It seems like it's a nice thing to do on this wonderful rainy morning here in Rural Retreat. Let's see if we can do another one. Oh, this is the poster I just brought up from downstairs. When this King Kong movie was coming out in December of '76, they marketed the heck out of this movie and told us that that was going to be a giant robot throughout the whole movie, a King Kong robot. And that sounded really cool to us kids, but it wasn't. There was a robot used in the movie for, I would say, about 30 seconds. And it was, you know, when they used that, it could barely move. You could tell it was, you know, they had, you know, when King Kong was on exhibit, it was terrible. But most of the movie is Rick Baker in a suit running around. And Rick Baker is a great special, you know, makeup guy and everything, but King Kong, I wanted to see stop motion animation, and you didn't get that in the Dino De Laurentiis movie. And when they actually used that robot, as I recall, it just was in a cage and it was standing up straight and it lifted its arm like this. And that's all, that's the only time that that little robot was used. But they made it, you know, the press made it sound like that thing was used throughout the whole movie. Now, what is this gigantic? This is a gigantic poster. I think it's a, yeah. I'm not even going to try to unroll this. This is a gigantic poster. There was a time in the 90s when Hole was, I thought, a great band. But, now, you know, we know Courtney Love is more of a train wreck. The heck. So it's hard to remember those days, but those first few Hole albums were really great. And I actually had 45s before she ever met Kurt Cobain. I was told by someone that knew people that Kurt Cobain wrote all the songs on Courtney Love's first Hole album. And maybe that's true, but I know she could write her own music because I had records before it. But, I don't know. This looks like a video store poster for that TV show Dinosaurs. Is that what it is? Yeah, it looks like it. How did I acquire this? The world may never know. I don't know why I own that. I never watched the show. My wife was teased in elementary school because the kids said she looked like this character. So, but she loved the show, you know. Did that bother my wife? I kind of don't think so. She's got pretty tough skin for the most part. All right, so I'm even flattening the stupid dinosaurs. I don't know. This might be one of the most invaluable posters in my collection. There might be people so nostalgic about the 1990s that they love this series. I just really don't know. I'm out of touch with what normal people think, and actually I don't think if you're a fanatical collector of dinosaurs material, you probably aren't a normal person, which is good. I don't like, normal people are not fun to be around. It's people that have peculiar taste in collectibles and things. They tend to be more interesting. Okay, I'm getting too many rolled posters, and now it's wanting to roll everything up, man. That's not good. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this away. There you go. How dare you. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's put this flat thing down. Something heavy put down over it. I was looking for the lid to this box. Here it is. Well, ouch. Oh, you know what I heard this morning is that Marvel's going to do an omnibus of ROM. The Space Knight, the comic books came out in the late 70s, based on a toy from Hasbro. People thought Marvel will never be able to reprint that because that's a toy owned by Hasbro. Well, anyway, I guess they're doing it. Isn't that amazing? Okay. I was just noticing this box here, that a bunch of ROM comics. Now when people say ROM, I don't think people think of computers anymore. They think of like rom-coms, like you know, romantic comedies. Like, I have no idea why I own this book or how it got into my collection. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, The Guide to a Bodacious Life. I didn't buy it. I must have bought a big stack of books, like in the estate sale, and that was in it. I don't know. I think people love that movie. I've never seen it. When it came out, I thought it was just a blatant ripoff of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And Sean Penn, who I now hate, back in 1982 or 81, whenever Fast Times at Ridgemont High came out, I thought he was just a brilliant young actor. And his portrayal of a surfer guy in that movie, I thought, was an hilarious, brilliant performance, on par with something John Belushi could have done. You know, or something, you know, just someone that creates these amazing characters, you know, like Bluto Blutarsky in Animal House and all that. Anyway, so I thought it was an imitation. But now I understand, for a lot of cool people that I know say, no, it's a great movie, you should watch it. And of course, now I realize that Alex Winter, who played, I don't know if he played Bill or Ted, the one that's not Keanu Reeves, is a very talented filmmaker. And my friend Tom, who I talk about a lot, he passed away. He worked with Alex Winter on a movie called Freaked, and Keanu Reeves was briefly in that movie too. Here's a Classics Illustrated, The Pioneers. Anyway, on the set of that movie, I've told the story 40 times here. But that's the one where my friend saved Keanu Reeves' life and rescued him from the, bunch of copies of Alter Ego, rescued him from the LA riots that happened after the Rodney King beating. And anyway, This is an amazing magazine, Alter Ego. Kevin, you were asking about this magazine the other day. I wish you'd start carrying it. It's tremendous. If you start carrying it, I'll get a copy from you every month. It's been around for a long time. It's actually been around since the early 60s. And then Roy Thomas brought it back. But it's the ultimate fan magazine for people that are older that appreciate this stuff. This is a whole issue just devoted to the Marvel horror comics. But a lot of comic stores don't carry this magazine because the average person coming in looking for Venom or whatever, they aren't interested in it. This is really a magazine that probably only appeals to people over the age of 50. I don't know, or younger people that are cool, which I assume exist. Of course, I know exists, but as far as into comics, I think younger people are more into their cell phones. And this is a Marie Severin issue. Marie Severin's one of my favorite artists of all time. Sometimes the female artists are really great, and people don't appreciate them enough. Ramona Fradone that did Aquaman and Metamorpho, and then there was Trina Robbins did a Wonder Woman series. You know, she's one of the great female underground artists. There's a lot of great stuff out there. Yeah, I'm gonna be going live in about 2 hours. All right, sounds good. All right, bye. All right. So, I was gonna put this in that box. Why am I whispering? I guess the cats are sleeping. That's right. You know, I'm able to stand up a little bit better lately. See, you can tell I got a little sun in my face. When I am exposed to sun, I become very dark very quickly. Okay, we were talking about Rom, the Space Knight. I've got some yard work I've got to do. We've got to buy a lawnmower. I was out there with a hedge clipper. Not a hedge, what do you call it? Anyway, I was trying to cut the weeds down yesterday just to make them look a little less horrible. But yeah, I got to get a lawnmower for sure. Let's see what's in this box of comics, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's almost summer. It's going to be a wild summer here in the Hotel Orloff. We're going to have a lot of fun. And who knows what'll happen? Who can tell? All right, so this box, let's see. Here's ROM 37. Let's see. ROM 38. See, sometimes he would team up with these other Marvel heroes. In fact, quite often. And there was Steve Ditko art in some of these ROMs, and Marvel's never been able to reprint this stuff. But anyway, I guess they made some deal with Hasbro that allowed them to reprint these. Anyway, I got a lot of these things, ROM. They used to be in the dollar bin. Maybe they still are. I think the first issue is pretty valuable, like maybe $100. And I got Frank Miller's Ronin. What else do I have here in this box? Oh, this was a great series. I was wondering the other day, do I have issue 1 of this? And I do. Yeah, I think Kevin had like a coverless copy of this at Gotham City Comics, and I do have it. I do have this. Secret Origins, early 70s, reprinted these great origins from the Golden Age. This is Secret Origins #1. I don't know if the lighting is just right here. Just a minute. Secret Origins #2. You got Supergirl, Green Lantern, and the Atom's origin. Still haven't watched the Ant-Man movie. It's on Disney Plus. I hear it's terrible. I wanted to see for myself exactly how bad. Wildcat and Wonder Woman issue 3. This is from like the time when I was in 2nd and 3rd grade. These came out. #4. Was Vigilante and Kid Eternity. Ooh, you know I don't have #5. No, yes I do. It's out of order. Woof, what a relief. #5 is the origin of the Spectre. And #6 has the origin of Legion of Superheroes and Blackhawk. Oh, I love looking at these books. This is the first one I bought. This is my childhood copy. I could stand to upgrade this, but I would never get rid of my childhood copy because it's your childhood copy, man. This was the origin of Aquaman and Robin. 7. And then that may have been the end of that series. But there was another series that started up, I guess it was in the 80s. This is the first one I have. And this is issue 5 of Secret Origins. And these were not reprints. These were new versions of the Origins, and a lot of them were written by Roy Thomas. So there's a lot of Golden Age heroes in there. That's a good run, and those are pretty cheap to buy if you're looking for good reading material. And there's a whole bunch of Secret Origins, whole bunch. And here, what else we got here? Of course, there's Secret Society of Supervillains. Obviously, I'm in a RS box. Ooh, I'm debating, should I do this? I'm debating whether I should take my horror books out. And I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. But there's something cool about, I'm thinking about having all the DC horror books in a box. I did that with the Marvel horror books. Maybe I should do it with DC. Secrets of Haunted House #1. It's kind of marred by a garage sale 5-cent price tag on there from some time. But here's issue 2. Oh, then I go to issue 8. Man, that sucks. That stinks. I'm missing a lot of issues. Sorry about the language there. Then it goes to #12. I need a better collection of these things, man. It's not. Oh, wait. What is that? What? So these aren't in the right order, or are they? Yeah, these are all out of order. Because here's 17. I bought this as a kid. Why are these out of order? Secrets of Haunted House. What? No, it isn't. This is Secrets of Sinister House, which is a different one. Okay. That's so confusing. Look. There's 2 comics, Secrets of Haunted House and Secrets of Sinister House. Oh, Secrets of Sinister House was first, because see the 20-cent price tag? And issue #1 of Secrets of Haunted House, that's 25 cents. So that's later. So Secrets of Sinister, why don't I have more copies of Secrets of Sinister House? Man, if you got copies of Secrets of Sinister House and you want to sell them, I'm your guy. Secrets of Sinister House. Sinister. What the heck? Why would I be not buying more of... Oh! Everything's out of order in this box. What? Because then there's the Sectars. There. Based on a toy. Here's Secrets of Sinister House 14, my childhood copy. It was out of order. Okay, haunted house, haunted house, haunted house, haunted house, haunted house, haunted house, haunted house. Okay, so then 15, and then 16. I bought these all in San Antonio. I remember buying these. I remember the drugstore where I bought this, man. I remember it. I can almost smell that drugstore. The drugstore had a certain smell. Haunted house. This is just confusing. This is almost as confusing as all the different Justice League comics. You know, you go in a comic store and you go through the back issue bins, and there's so many different Justice League, International, Justice League Europe, JLA, you know, it's just ridiculous. And it makes for a horrible jumbled mess. Okay. Secrets. Sectar would be next. And then this is only Bronze Age and up, so that's Sergeant Fury. This is the first Bronze Age issue of Sergeant Fury. All the Silver Age would be over there on that wall. See, I'm just seeing what's in this box. If anything, Shade, the Changing Man, the Shadow. This is a great comic. Shadow. Yes, indeed. The Shadow, more Shadow. They kept trying to bring the Shadow back. Shanna the She-Devil. Shazam. Shazam, #1. When DC brings Captain Marvel back after they had run him out of business back 20 years before. Okay, so fantastic, incredible. Let's put a lid on that box. So, the box that ends with the first issues of ROM needs to go on top of that. That's probably drop my water, man. Probably this one. What is all this stuff? You leave a box out too long and stuff gets put on top of it. It's just a mess, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. School pictures of my older brother, Mike, from when we lived at 902 Olney, which was the house. That's where my family lived when I was born, 902 Olney in San Antonio, Texas. But we didn't live there long because then we moved to a house on the base there at Fort Sam Houston. I remember that house more clearly from the 902 Olney house. I remember it more from smells and playing on the screened porch in the back. These are memories from my very first memories, and the smell of a screened-in porch had a certain smell that was unlike anything else. What is all this garbage? And I remember there was an alley behind the backyard, and I remember hearing, I guess, trucks going down that alley, because I would imitate those noises as I played with my older brother's Tonka trucks. And I just remember that they would always make these. Here's one of my first human memories. Oh, Drew is here. The trucks would go, I'm scaring Drew away. She thinks I'm barking at her. No, I guess it was the trucks shifting. Maybe those old 1960s, 50s trucks were, that's the way they sounded back then. I don't know. I don't hear that sound anymore, but I remember it from when I was a kid. What is this box? Oh, shoot. I just dropped a baseball card. I don't know how I own this, or who it even is. Probably nobody. I think I showed it on the Four Color Fossils. They know baseball. It's Juan Pizarro, a pitcher for the Red Sox. Hopefully that card is worth hundreds of dollars. And Drew, what are you looking for here, ladies and gentlemen? This is Moon Knight through Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Okay, fantastic. Oh, I hate long boxes. Maybe this is the box that goes next. Oh yeah, this is, yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We've moved the long box, ladies and gentlemen, as we build back better. Klaus Schwab says to build back better, so we're doing that here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stand up. That wasn't as painful standing up. I think I'm getting better, ladies and gentlemen. Getting so much better every day. Okay, now I've got some treasury editions. I call them treasury editions that I have to file. I'll put them up here. It says I'm low battery. Well, I better plug you guys in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's in this box. Oh my! Excuse me, Drew. No. Oh, I think I hurt my side moving that box, ladies and gentlemen. What's fascinating in this box? Probably absolutely nothing. Oh, look at this. Phantom Stranger meets Frankenstein. That's cool. Okay, Oh. My childhood copy of Plop. One of the greatest comics of all time. So we got P's in here. We got R's, Red Sonja, Rima the Jungle Girl, Rocket Raccoon. Here's Rom. Here's my off-the-rack copy of Rom Space Knight. Someone was saying Frank Miller did this cover. I didn't realize that. Anyway, this is apparently a valuable comic now. I think people will... I think it goes for about $100. About $100, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so fantastic. Now, Drew, I'm going to move this box up there. And this box is Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man. It starts with Moon Knight. Moon Knight, that was a cool comic for a while, and it's, of course, a terrible TV series. Stay out of that. Don't lick the comics, Drew. You can't do that, man. That's un-American. Don't lick those comics. Okay, now we have actual floor. I can see the floor. And I have to go get the charging cable, because otherwise you guys are done for, man. Okay, so we've moved some boxes. I need to file those treasury editions so we can look at some treasury editions if you like. Put down in the comments down below if you want to look at some treasury editions, and I'll go into my time machine into the future and read that and come back and Uh, Mamie Van Doren. There was Marilyn Monroe, and then Jane Mansfield was kind of the poor man's. Well, was she the poor man's? Was kind of a Jane Mansfield was a bit of a Marilyn Monroe impersonation. Well, no, she was very different. And then Mamie Van Doren was down in the. But they were all great in their own ways. They were the three blonde bombshells of the 1950s. Mamie Van Doren. Mamie Van Doren, she's not exactly a Trump supporter. She's still around. She didn't like Donald Trump too much, Liz John. Very real liberal. I guess I'll take these clown pictures upstairs. See, I figure if every time I enter a room, if I at least move something and do something to that room, like, then eventually things will look different. So I went and got the charging cable, and I got some clown pictures. These clown pictures belong in here up on the 7th floor in the room where the cats sleep. I think the cats would enjoy these pictures. Let's see. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? These clown pictures. See, they kind of fit in with the motif here. And maybe the clown pictures would look great right up here in this empty spot. So it's not good to have an empty spot on the wall, because they teach you when you study interior decoration that empty spaces on a wall are very bad. See, the cats really like it here because they can look out the window at the world, and they got a nice comfy bed. And there's Drew the dog. Oh, we got to plug you guys in, or it's going to be a short trip. You're going to be gone, man. Electricity. Electricity. Right, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, don't lick the comics there, Drew. I'm going to have to ban you from this room here, or see your room, man. Okay. Well, I hope Kevin got my message at Gotham City Comics to save that Vampirella for me. I'll contact him after the show. I don't know. Can't ever get the time difference down between here and Arizona. Of course, we're here in rural Retreat, Virginia. Okay. There was a volcano alert last night, ladies and gentlemen. There's a volcano here in about 2 miles from here. They're saying it might blow. When that happens, it's going to take the whole East Coast with it, man. No joke, those volcanoes. All right. Where should I hang this picture of the Joker's head? I've got a thumbtack. Where can I put this, man? Oh, I think I see it. I'll worry about that later. Okay. Well, I am. My wife and I are. She ordered a something that grinds juices, vegetables, or something. We're gonna start getting on an incredible diet this summer. We're gonna lose weight and become healthy. I mean, it's either now or. That's this fat gut. I was filming an episode. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. The other day, see my fat gut hanging out from under my shirt. Quite embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen. But so we're gonna lose weight and become healthy. I've already stopped drinking soft drinks. I've been drinking sweet tea, and afterwards it feels, you have a very smooth feeling. You don't have the caffeine hopping you up. And I did yesterday. I was really tired in the morning. I drank a Dr. Pepper. I slipped, but I've been pretty good about it. Just watching what I drank. When I drank the soft drinks, put on an incredible amount of weight. And so you can watch future episodes, and since I do these episodes so often, you can kind of see, am I losing weight or what? So I'm not drinking Dr. Pepper, I'm drinking water. And gotta get better. This is getting ridiculous. And my wife needs to have surgery, but she can't have the surgery till she loses weight. So we got to do this. The dog is chewing on bottle caps that I've dropped on the floor while filming 4-Color Fossils shows. And here, haven't done 4-Color Fossils in here in a while. I'm going to probably need to, when I go on 4-Color Fossils, just go on for like one segment, because my wife is, when I do these live streams and she's awake, she doesn't know anybody here yet, and it's like I'm the only person she knows. And when I just go away for a whole evening, she gets kind of depressed. And so I'm gonna try to I may just go on and Drew, I don't trust Drew around these comic books. Okay, I'm trying to put things where they belong, man. And I got all these golden books. And so right now she's asleep, so I'm doing a show, and I need to try to do that. I film more episodes while she's asleep so I can give her more attention, so I'm not like always gone. Okay. What are you doing, Mr. Drew? I think Drew wants to do something that I can't say because she'll hear the word. It starts with the letter W. A-L-K, I think that's what she's trying to hint at me. Oh, I need to get this hung up. Look at this, man. Trump. I really can't frame it because on the other side, it's cards that you put the cards together and it makes this incredible picture. I wish he really looked like that. He'd emerge at the rallies exactly like that. That would really scare the Satanists, wouldn't it? Okay. I'm going to put this water bottle somewhere. Just a minute, Mr. Drew. I'm going to put these, I'm going to file these famous first editions. This is the way they used to do these facsimiles in the old days. In the 70s, they did them right, and giant size reproductions of them. So let's put this down here. This is number 4 of famous first editions. Get these out of the box. Look at this. Look at the coloring books kids used to get in World War II. Yeah, that's amazing, huh? There's a portfolio of Dave Stevens posters, probably worth a lot of money now. Oh, I found it. Or did I? Yes, I sure did. I've been looking for this for a long time. From last summer, I made this list of annoying phrases so I could make sure to, make fun of them. And look, I found it. Having said that, that being said, let's have a conversation about that. So, yeah, moving forward, going forward, microaggression triggered, it is what it is, build back better, new liberal order. Oh, I forgot about that one. Remember they start talking about a new liberal order, climate change, an existential threat to our democracy, neo-pronouns, chillin', problematic, rabbit hole, just saying, extreme MAGA, ultra MAGA. Remember when they tried that out? Biden tried to talk about extreme MAGA, semi-fascist, BlackRock, Big Pharma, problematic. I mean this sincerely. It's not hyperbole. He likes to say that. That's cool. Amazing. Now I've got that. That'll make my show so much better. Oh, man. I got to show you. Oh, look. Here's number 5. This one reprints the first Batman issue of Batman. Look at that. Gloriousness. All of these come courtesy of Kevin Johnson at Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona. And this is something I never got as a kid, but always wanted it, and Kevin had it, and it's not in very good shape, but certainly good to me, and having it in this condition